Welcome back to another episode, everyone. Today's case is a truly heartbreaking one, the tragic story of Jeanie Childs. She was a free spirit, loving, kind, full of life, but her story, sadly, wasn't a fairy tale.
Yeah, Jeannie's life was shaped by hardship. Her father rejected her because she was a girl, and she faced trauma early on that sent her down a difficult path. Drugs, running away, and ultimately prostitution. A life filled with pain and struggle.
And despite everything, she was a kind soul. She adored music, dancing, and had a special place in her heart for children and the elderly. She was really the epitome of someone trying to hold onto the light despite the darkness surrounding her.
Absolutely. But in June of 1993, Jeannie's life came to a brutal end. Her body was found in her Minneapolis apartment, and it was nothing short of gruesome. Stabbed multiple times with signs of a violent struggle. And to make it even worse, a bloody footprint was left at the scene.
That footprint became the key to solving the case. But for years, detectives had no way of matching it. They found DNA at the scene, semen on a towel and comforter, but there were no matches in the database.
Right. It seemed like a dead end. But in 2018, detectives finally got a breakthrough thanks to investigative genealogy. They uploaded the DNA to public databases, and that's when they got their first lead.
And that lead pointed them to Jerry Westrom, a businessman and hockey dad. Seems like an unlikely suspect, right?
It does, but detectives were persistent. They followed him to a hockey game, grabbed a napkin he discarded, and sure enough, his DNA matched the crime scene. Can you imagine the moment when they made that connection?
Mind-blowing, for sure. Westrom tried to deny knowing Jeanie, but forensic evidence was clear. His DNA and footprint were found at the scene. It was game over for him.
The trial was intense. Westrom was convicted of first-degree murder in 2022 and sentenced to life in prison. Justice was served, but for Jeannie's mother, Betty, the pain of losing her daughter will never fully go away.
Yeah, Betty said it best. When you lose a child, part of your heart leaves with them. That's a pain no one should have to endure. But at least now, she knows who did it.
It's a bittersweet ending. Justice for Jeannie, but the loss is immeasurable. It makes you think how many other cold cases could be solved if the right technology was available.
Definitely. It's incredible how technology has changed the game in solving crimes, but there's still so much work to be done. And for cases like Jeannie's, it's a reminder of how long these families can live with uncertainty.
It really is. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time as we dive into another unsolved mystery.